This month marks the 30th anniversary of the Million Man March. And, you know, celebrating the enduring legacy of that day, that weekend, unity and purpose and brotherhood, responsibility. Much has changed, obviously, in 30 years, but we're going to gather again, just like they did on the National Mall in D.C. We're going to be gathering here in Philadelphia over at Love Park. So joining me this morning from Philly Truce co-founder, Mazzy Cashier is here, Temple University's doctor, we've had him on many times, Dr. Aaron Smith, and I'm going to call you a media consultant, Al.
Thank you.
Al Butler, good to see you.
Good to see you, Mike.
Good to see all of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, Doctor, remind us what that day was all about 30 years. I mean, it's so fresh in my memory, but it was 30 years ago. Why did almost 2 million people gather in D.C.?
I appreciate the almost 2 million count.
Yeah.
October 16th, 1995, I think it was just primarily a day of atonement and reconciliation. The beautiful thing is there's a pledge that I encourage people to go look at. I know it's on NOI.org or ChatGPT, right? And it talked about being morally and economically and spiritually, you know, constantly improving for the benefit of our families. It talked about not abusing our wives and not taking guns or knives against our community members. It talked about engaging in business and international business and just all these ways to atone and make yourself better and return better men so we can have better families and better communities and create a better nation.
Exactly. And you were there.
Oh, yes, I was there. I wasn't in school that day at Temple University. Now that I'm a teacher, I can say that, you know, I guess it's educational statute of limitations. But me and another member of the track team who ended up being my best man at my wedding, shout out to Dwight, we just got on the train and we said, we're going to
We're
DC.
doing this.
Yeah, we're doing this. And we said at that time, we told other members of the track team, this is history. And they said, you know, no thank you. But we went and we had a great time. And the fact that I'm a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated is in large measure because that was the only Greek organization that officially sponsored the Million Man March. And I remember that impacting me and saying, I want to be part of that.
And Al, why did you go?
The history, as Doc said, I think one of the things that came up for us was we were kind of embroiled. We're right in the middle of school. I was a student at Hampton University. It's my senior year. And kind of just thinking about all the things it would take for us to get up to Virginia, be able to deal with the logistics of the day. And at the end, my roommate and I were just like, this is history, we can't miss it. And so we ended up going and staying with a classmate of ours' father in Maryland. And then we took the subway to the march that day.
So why did you feel like you had to be there?
I think there wasn't always agreement. The main person driving the march was Minister Farrakhan.
Right.
And so he has this huge infrastructure and following. And during that time, in that part of the 90s, there's a huge uptick in black people having some search for consciousness and wanting to learn more about their history and wanting to be more empowered for their community. It was mainstream idea in the black community. And I think having those conversations and going through those things got us to a point where we were able to look past any kind of maybe minor disagreements we may have had with figures that were involved in the march. People like Al Sharpton and Farrakhan and Jesse Jackson. There were 3 people that had large followings, but not everybody agreed with all 3 of them, right? Yeah. So it was like we were putting all that aside because this historic moment is bigger than any one person. We're going to go take part in this march because we believe in community, we believe in uplifting each other. In the end, we know that all of us coming together is a betterment for all of us.
It seems to me, Mazzy, that we could use this again.
Absolutely. I mean, everything that has been said is exactly what the spirit of the Million Man March is what we hope to recall. So on Sunday, right, we're within 72 hours now. We're going to meet at 3 points, North Philly, West Philly, South Philly, early morning, 8 a.m., Broad Master, Broad Christian, 30th and Market. We're going to take a 1-mile walk from each location, and then we're going to arrive at Love Park. If that's too much for you, meet us at Love Park.
Exactly.
At 10 o'clock, right? If you don't want to do the march part, right? Meet us at Love Park at 10 o'clock. And we're going to put some men on stage, many who were there and who have been continuing this work. Men like Dr. Malefi Asante, obviously Minister Rodney Muhammad, Nation of Islam, good brother Atif Bostic. So we're going to touch on every category where we need to kind of address, and we're going to have action, calls to action from each speaker about how they can, how the audience can, for their own benefit, take action, or for the benefit and the betterment of the community, take action on every subject from psychological wellness to helping the incarcerated.
So let's rewind
it down.
What time should I be at one of those 3 locations?
So if you're going to do the walk with us, you need to be there at 8. We're going to gather and rally and get hype. And really, we taking off about 9:15 from Broad and Master, Broad and Christian, 30th and Market. It's a mile walk from each point. We converge at Love Park, and Love Park kicks off 10:15. We'll be there 12:30. You can still get home and watch the Eagles game.
Absolutely, sure. So,
Go Birds.
Doctor, do you think this could ever be recreated? I mean, 2 million people to show up in a location?
Well, I think the most important thing, as what was stated, is they used to say, long live the spirit of the Million Man March.
right.
And I think more important than the physical assembly is maintaining and perpetuating that spirit. Because I think at a time like this, in particular, it's really important for people to understand the value of community and community uplift, because we can't just rely on institutions and systems.
Not anymore.
We have to make sure that we keep our promises to ourselves. Because
That's right.
if a promise isn't even kept to not disrupt the East Wing of the White House, we got to make sure that we keep our promises to our communities and to our nation.
I mean, in this day and age, we're trying to erase history.
Exactly.
Well, that's
And
all the more
we can't
reason
do that.
You got to preserve this one, and we got to pass this on, right? A lot of young people. I've been saying, you know, if you're 12 and up, 40 and under, we really need you there, because that's a 30-year window where we got to make sure, you know, that we have this spirit again.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
You're always in the community getting stuff done.
That's what's up. Thanks, Mike.
Al, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Doctor, thank you.
Good to see you.
Manzi,
Thanks for having us, Mike.
Thank
you
you.
got it. Coming right back.